This was for the home team. This was for the home team.
Hey, welcome to Tailgate Beers. We got Ryan and Austin here. Hey, today we're going to sit down with a new friend we just met tonight. He's actually opening up here at Cruisin's Farmington Road, West Peoria, for our friend Vincent Mason. So,
right on.
We got Cole Goodwin.
Yes, sir.
Cole,
Glad
thanks for joining us.
Oh, shoot. Thanks for taking a few minutes.
I feel the leaving my mind. Oh, I reckon you got me this time. I can't think of a thing you could do to run me on. So baby, go on now. I'll be here when you get home. Oh, baby, go on now. I'll be here when you get home.
First time Cruisin's play?
Yeah. First time I've ever been anywhere around here.
Yeah?
I'm out of my element a little bit.
What was
But I feel right at home. Y'all are doing a fine job making us feel welcome.
my guess is like a Chicago or St. Louis probably is closest, or
I don't know. Well, we probably did some stuff that was pretty close to here a few months ago. We were out with Zach for like 3 months and did all. I couldn't even keep up with where all we were. So I'm sure. Yeah, we've probably been a little closer to here than I think. But I don't know. I'm bad about once you get out of Georgia, everything's just. I have no idea where I'm at. So.
But yeah, so Midwest. I don't think you're too much of a stranger to the Midwest. Sounds like you've been through St. Louis and a couple areas before.
Did St. Louis back in January, and like I said, right outside of Detroit, about the same time or maybe a couple weeks after. But yeah, that's kind of been the extent of my Midwestern travels.
But before we jumped on camera too, you were talking about being a hunter and doing some hunting here in the Midwest here coming up.
Yeah, we're after this weekend's run, we're leaving Indianapolis on Saturday and going to Southwest Missouri to hopefully kill a few turkeys Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday before we head back home for a day or two. But
how is turkey? I've never been turkey hunting. I do some goose and some waterfowl. I've been deer hunting, stuff like that before. Elk out in Colorado. But
I've never done that.
What's turkey like though?
It's cat and mouse, man. I think it's so cool, and I'm still fairly new to it in the grand scheme of things because I've only been doing it I think this is my 5th year doing it. Because my dad didn't grow up turkey hunting or anything. I just deer hunted and never really thought twice about a turkey until COVID. But yeah, I don't know. It's very vocal, like hearing the gobbles, hearing the hens. Like there's just I don't know. You're really trying to get in his head and trick him. I think that's what I like about it. It's such a challenge.
what kills me is how big of birds they are.
See, not where we're at. That's what I was just telling you earlier. The turkeys up here make ours look like yard chickens.
But how big
they look like dinosaurs. Yeah.
How big they are, but then knowing that they like roost in trees.
Yeah, they fly.
And then those fat little guys disappear because when I was deer hunting years ago and big into that, you drive by fields and there'd be
50 of them.
50 of them.
Yeah, they flock up in the fall.
I might be able to kill a turkey. You go deer hunting, you won't see a damn turkey. I mean, I saw a few, but it's just crazy how I'm like, where do they all go? Because up here, again, we're all deer hunting. I'm just thinking, I mean, I got to see some turkeys. I mean, I just saw them here when I wasn't. You go deer hunting, they're gone.
Changes with the seasons. Yeah, in the fall, they flock up and get in big groups. And then, like, there's places back home that I'll have trail camera pictures of turkeys every fall and have never seen one during turkey season ever on the exact same property. Just because they kind of, just like a deer has a fall and a summer pattern, they kind of do their own thing.
So are you a mouth caller? You do
whatever it takes.
You do any
mostly mouth call though, but yeah, I'm whatever it takes to get him killed.
Is that something you can do right now? I mean, on command.
I don't have one on. I've got
you got to put the little
15 of them.
Oh, gotcha.
I've been working a little bit on my natural voice, but maybe not on the spot.
Gotcha.
I like the owl hoot though, because that's how you locate them. Is like with an owl call or a crow. They'll shock gobble at it. You essentially scare them, and that's what gets them to gobble and give up their location. But yeah, I like owl hoot with my natural voice, but I'm not brave enough to actually turkey call with my natural voice yet.
So if you're ever up back this way, you just call me and then we'll get you. So Presley's Outdoors is a big outdoor store right here in town. Just became a sponsor of this podcast, even ironically, and the festival. So your Thursday night, but Friday night is Presley Outdoors Camo Night at Tailgate and Tall Boys. But next weekend, we're still trying to figure out the logistics, but we're supposed to go to their turkey camp and do Tailgate Beers at their camp.
Yeah, that's right up my alley.
So yeah, any fishing, hunting, anything you want to do, or something you need something, yeah, we'll get you connected with Presley's, man. He's been asking me about getting connected with an artist, getting somebody out there to hunt. So,
yeah, hey, you don't have to twist my arm.
Yeah, you might as well just take full advantage of it.
Yeah, I'll cancel Christmas to hunt or fish. No joke.
And that was one of those stores that I grew up. It's in Bartonville, and again, to give you a reference, I mean, I live in a town on the other side of the river, 25 minutes away from there. And you have to drive right by a Bass Pro to even get there. But it's one of those good stores, family stores that's been around for a long time that just has such good equipment that for me, I used to drive all the way there just as like for no damn good reason. I didn't really have anything I needed to get, but once you get addicted, I think there's an addiction to going to a hunting store.
Oh, yeah.
I think I really need this.
I'll stop every time, whether I need anything or not, whether I'm going hunting next week or next year, or whether hunting season's over, or whether it's not time to be fishing. If I pass a sporting goods store, 9 times out of 10, unless I'm late for something, I'll probably pop in.
So Austin and I's idea with Presley's with the store is that kind of like Home Alone style, like where the robbers, they like camp out in like one of those little houses, you know, then the store closes and they come out and they play, you know, with all the toys at the New York one. Anyway, so we're gonna like camp out, like the store's gonna close. We're gonna be like in one of the little huts. Or
store closes. Me and Ryan come out, but we're locked in the store. Maybe we do our podcast.
And then we like playing with all the toys, you know, and we're shooting like, you know, darts and doing all of that.
That's our concept.
Yeah, yeah. It hasn't been approved yet.
It's a store. I mean, hunting stuff
I'll
though
vouch
gets
for you.
so expensive, and I never got into the turkey hunting. But when you're going, are you going like shotgun? Are you bow?
It's mainly shotgun. Like people, you can't rifle hunt them. To my knowledge, you can't legally. But people bow hunt them. It would be nearly impossible to kill one with a bow in Georgia. It's really tough in the southeast as is, and then I don't know, they see so well. Like if a turkey could smell, you'd never kill one. But their eyesight is so good, and like they just got, I swear it's like an intuition. Like they just know when something's not right. And but yeah, mostly shotgun. And people now though are modifying their stuff where they're making this. It's called TSS. It's like tungsten shot, and it's like $60 for a pack of 5 shells, and with the right choke, you can shoot like 80 yards and this and that, which I think is stupid. I think the whole purpose of turkey hunting is to get him within 40 yards and trick him. So I'm old school. I shoot a cheap choke and a lead shot. I can't get on board with the TSS stuff.
Wow.
Surfside's got real vodka, real iced tea, and real lemonade. You know what's not real? That excuse you gave to skip the tailgate. Grab a Surfside and redeem yourself, champ. Now back to your regular programming.
So let's move to music.
Yeah.
And so like I
do that also.
Yes. So you're here tonight. You're in West Peoria.
Yeah.
Cruising Farmington Road, playing tonight with Vincent. And so what has been your journey, your path from Georgia boy, hunting growing up? I mean, what got you into country music?
Yeah. I'll try to condense it best as possible. I'm 24, from Pooler, Georgia, right outside of Savannah. Still live there. I don't live in Nashville. I'm trying to kind of keep it that way as long as I can to be able to disconnect from it. I'm there all the time, but I don't call it home. But I grew up around music all the time. I actually grew up playing tournament baseball year-round, every weekend, all over the place, and got kind of burnt out on that by high school. And I had dabbled a little bit with piano and whatnot. And I always just thought, even middle school when I was playing baseball, I'd come home and spend hours on the internet watching every Hank Williams Jr. video or you know, Waylon Jennings video I could find. And it was always really cool to me. And my mom still sings. She sings BGVs on pretty much all the stuff that I've got out and released. And she still gigs around town some here and there.
Really?
And she would gig around town when I was young, so I was always around her and around other people playing music. And yeah, I just always thought it was the coolest thing. And finally, once I got to high school and baseball, was kind of burnt out on it. And when I figured out I could play guitar some and play piano and hunt and fish on the weekends instead of being on a baseball field, then I quickly became a baseball fan instead of a baseball player. And started focusing on that and sitting in playing guitar for whoever she was gigging around with, because I wouldn't sing outside the shower for the longest time. I couldn't take the shower with me, so I just wasn't going to sing. And but no, I got to college and sat in playing guitar and really focused on writing and becoming a better writer and just writing by myself while I was at Georgia Southern in college. And yeah, eventually they kind of bullied me into singing a song one night, and a good bully, and it kind of stuck. And I don't know, it snowballed from there, and then I really focused on writing and doing my own thing and playing my own gigs, and I think I've been playing my own for like 4.5 years now, so still pretty new to that too in the big picture, but it's all happened really fast, and it's been really fun. So yeah, signed a publishing deal in the past year, Concord, got some other stuff going on that I can't really talk about yet, but been touring with some people that I'm friends with now. I was just fans of them first, and it's been really fun, really cool.
Yeah. And what year was that you ended up in Nashville?
I've only been making trips to Nashville for going on 2 years, maybe.
So you're still just commuting, back and forth.
Yeah, I'm there all the time. But man, my first I've only been co-writing for maybe 2 years, because I just wrote by myself through college, and then my first co-write, or my second co-write ever in Nashville, was last March, so about a year ago.
Wow.
And it was Cole Taylor and Ray Fulcher, who I've become really great friends with, and they've kind of helped me out with a bunch of stuff. And yeah, it's all happened so fast, and I feel every time I go back to Nashville, I feel more connected and more in the community than I did the time before, which is cool. It's really awesome. I used to go there, I'd be there a week and have one little piddly thing booked, and then the rest of the week just twiddle my thumbs. And now it's I'm there for 2-3 days and I don't have time to breathe. So it's awesome.
So what do you do in Nashville? I mean, you try to get everything set up before you get there.
Yeah,
and
for
then
sure.
You just running from.
Yeah, I can pretty much tell you what I'm doing. The 3 days I'll be there in June.
Are you playing there at the same time, or just mainly doing co-writes?
No, I can probably count on one hand how many times I've ever even played in Nashville.
Really?
Well, aside from writers rounds, I do playing writers rounds occasionally, and played a handful of those, and played Whiskey Jam once or twice. And we did the Ryman Auditorium with Zach back at the end of February, or March 1st, and it was obviously a bucket list thing for me, and one of the most special things that I've done and probably ever will do. And got my mom up to sing a song with us
at
that
Ryman
night too. Yeah, it was actually a song that she sang BGVs on the record. It's called When You Get Home, and it kind of opened a bunch of doors for me and helped get things started. And I got her up to do that with us at the Ryman, so it was really, really special.
Has she ever played the Ryman before?
No.
Really?
Yeah, it was, and I knew it was something that she, it would mean a lot to her too. And yeah, that whole day was really cool.
Fuck yeah.
I can only imagine just the emotions and the feelings of being up there with your mom on the.
Yeah, and I'm a softie too, man. I got a little choked up there at the end of it. Yeah, it was. I'm unashamed. I'll tell you, I'm a softie.
Yeah, you have to be at something like that.
Yeah, man.
Just think of that journey, and then being able to be up there with your mom on that stage, and again, and especially how fast it moves. Whether it moves slow or fast, but even faster is even crazier.
Mm-hmm.
How does it go from, last year what you were doing to now you're standing in Ryman, playing with your mom?
Yeah, it's pretty cool, pretty crazy.
That's badass. So does she have any involvement in your music career, your day to day?
Yeah. So actually, her and I have twin little sisters. They just turned 21. One goes to Georgia Southern, where I graduated from. She's doing physical therapy, and then the other one goes to Georgia, University of Georgia, and she's majoring in accounting and marketing, and then getting her minor, I think they call her certificate, through their music business program. So she's doing a bunch of stuff on her own, working for a promoter down there, Six String Southern, and doing some other remote work, but also helping me with email, social media, just a ton of stuff, and has been for the past couple years. And my mom's pretty much handling all the finance side of things for the past few years, and merch, all that. She just retired 2 weeks ago, so now she's got nothing but time on her hands at the house to help with stuff. And yeah, it's been really cool, and it's been really fun to build it from the ground up and really DIY and kind of on our own. It's cool, and I think it creates a little bit of I don't know, mystery factor. Like, wow, he's not in Nashville. How's he doing that? So yeah, it's been fun. But I've recently started working with Daniel Miller, who's managing me now, and even he's like, what can we help with? Allie's doing this, Allie's doing that. So yeah, it's really cool now to grow the team but still have my mom and my sister very much involved.
You essentially just create a family business.
Yeah.
No doubt, yeah. Big family guy.
Are they on the road with you at all?
They come to a ton of shows, mainly just to attend them because we're a huge concert family. Like, I've seen just about everybody you could imagine live at least once, and they go to concerts nonstop and just love music. So yeah, they fly to a bunch of shows now that they're outside of Georgia and outside of the Southeast. Even now, they fly to a bunch of them and are still very much involved and very supportive.
Awesome.
They gonna come to the festival or?
That's my mom's birthday weekend.
Ooh,
so her birthday is the 15th. She talked about it. They may end up, my dad and my mom, and
Father's Day weekend too.
Yeah, I know. So who knows? I don't know. Sometimes they show up even when I don't know they're coming.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm sure they'll probably end up at one of those shows that weekend. We're a couple other places that weekend as well. But yeah, I'll tell them to.
All right. Yeah, they're more than welcome. We'll show them a good time.
Oh, absolutely. So that's Tailgate and Tall Boys, June, Bloomington.
12th.
June 12th.
Yep.
In Bloomington. So
really looking forward to it.
So what else do you have going on in 2025? What can
Yeah,
look
So
forward
you
to?
can tell us.
Yeah.
I can tell you most of it.
Yeah.
We just got done touring with Zach Top. We did the first 20 or 21 dates of his headline tour this year, January through March, and it was really fun. He's really treated me like a little brother for the past year and a half or so, and came off of that. I was out last weekend with my buddies Dylan Marlowe and Connor Smith. Did 3 shows with them of their co-headline tour, and out with Vincent this week, and then trying to think of what we got. Oh, we got like a fundraiser back home next week, and then we're out with Luke Bryan this summer, and out with Billy Currington some this summer, and
Wow.
some festivals mixed in between. So
Connor still has to get on here. He's slated to get on here. We just haven't ever connected when I come down there. Connor's a good friend of mine, and
he's awesome.
We love Connor. Anytime I'm in Nashville, he hasn't been, and then getting him back up here, we haven't. But he played the festival in 2023.
Really?
I want to say, yeah.
He's one of the nicest people you ever meet. Like, just down to earth.
Very genuine.
Yeah, really great guy.
So from a fan perspective, how does that connection work? You talked about some great names within the country industry and the scene. How does that connection work? How do you make that connection
with the other
the
artists?
other artists? Yeah.
So Zach, who's been really really helpful for me.
God,
we can edit that.
Hey, leave it in. I think that's great. Yeah, Zach Top, who's been really great to me and really take me under his wing and help me with a bunch of stuff. I met him beginning of last February, I think. Peachtree Entertainment put me on a couple shows with him one weekend, and we hit it off and got to chatting, and he got my information, got my number, and texted me the following week and invited me out to a few more shows in the Southeast, and then invited me out to a few more, and then we got to where we were just chatting about other stuff and kept in touch, and he asked me back in September to come out on the first chunk of this tour this year, and it was so much fun. It flew by, of course, but yeah, his whole crew, everybody that he works with, are just top notch people, great people, and very welcoming.
So Peachtree partnered with us for Tailgate and Tall Boys.
Oh yeah,
we're partners with them for Tailgate and Tall Boys
Love
now.
It. Yeah, I'm a Peachtree Entertainment fan.
Yeah, they got some amazing shows all around the country, growing by the minute.
Absolutely, yeah. Bradley Jordan's actually helped me with a ton of stuff too. That same weekend, that I met Zach, and they put me on those 2 shows with him. They were Peachtree shows, and he Bradley is the one that set up the Cole Taylor write, who then invited Ray Fulcher. That was like one of my second co-writes in Nashville ever, and that opened like the door to all the publishing stuff.
Wow.
So yeah, Bradley's been really really helpful as well.
Is he still involved with the sunglasses and everything?
Yeah. I've got a pair of Blue Otters that he sent me. Actually, I got a text him. I finally, after months and months, they finally got a little scratch on them. The wind blew them off a table the other day at the driving range, and of course they landed lens down. But he sent me a pair of sunglasses, and I've never been one to buy like expensive sunglasses because offshore fishing and stuff, and I'm just clumsy, and I go through them like crazy. So I always just get cheap ones and then get another pair the next month whenever I break those. But they're my by far favorite pair of sunglasses.
Well, I want to
had.
get sunglasses. I won't even name it since I don't know if apparently you're connected, but a lot of people are sponsored by them.
Unofficially.
That are connected to Bradley, but we had a big sunglass company that was a sponsor of the festival. That all the artist camps, everybody got sunglasses one year. It was the Morgan Wallen year of 2022.
Oh yeah.
And I've always wanted to bring somebody back, and I've just never been able to get. The Blue Otter stuff was blowing up, and yeah, so you have to text him. With his involvement with Peachtree, I'd love to have him back, let alone the podcast too.
For sure. Yeah, he's awesome. He's another one, just down to earth, top notch guy.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about him because isn't he managing Ella?
Yeah,
she's incredible.
Yeah, she's had herself a year or so, hadn't she?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have her and Riley Green in Iowa on Friday. Sorry,
cool.
Yeah, Friday. She was just here cruising 7 months ago.
Crushed it.
Yeah, August
awesome.
time for him.
Yeah, but again, you guys are going to be playing in front of a crowd that was the same number. I mean, Vincent and you sold hella tickets tonight. Damn near sold it out.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
And so on that point, I mean, what can people that are coming and maybe they're coming to watch Vincent, maybe they're coming to watch you, what can they expect from you on stage? What?
Probably a couple bad jokes. Hopefully some pretty decent singing and guitar playing. Probably a few sour notes in there on the guitar. But yeah, I think I play a couple covers mixed in with a bunch of songs that I've written and co-written, and just stuff that's true to me as an artist, and stuff that I don't know. I feel like I write stuff that reminds me of stuff that I grew up listening to, which makes sense. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's very authentic and true to me as an artist.
So are you acoustic tonight?
Yep, it's me and my guitar
playing up there and just entertaining.
Yeah.
So is that? I mean, you do band stuff too, I assume.
Yeah, actually.
Right?
So my drummer's actually out with me this weekend. Not playing drums, but helping out with everything else. I'm
really?
Paying him for a different job this weekend. Yeah, he's helping me drive some and slinging T-shirts for me, and
there you go.
Really being a team player. And yeah, I'm really thankful for all the guys in my band, and it's really a brotherhood. And actually, that run of shows we did with Zach, the first like three or 4 weeks, we just stayed out and didn't go home because we all live in Georgia, and it didn't make sense to go home in between weekends. So we stayed. We're touring out of an RV with bunks, so we were all together for like 4 weeks straight. And I told him, I said, if I would have done this with anybody else, I would have turned into an asshole by now. But it's I love all of them, and they're all so talented and really, really hardworking dudes. And people say you can't do it without somebody, but I really could not do it without them. So I hope they feel appreciated.
So what are some of the things you guys do to like pass time as you're on the road, you're traveling in between, or you're at a venue and just waiting for showtime?
Tell bad jokes, trade guitar licks, learn new songs. We try to go through old songs and make lists of stuff we want to learn. We'll learn songs at sound check, and take us like 2 or 3 sound checks to get one sounding decent. But yeah, we do a lot of that. My drummer is a NASCAR fanatic, so we watch NASCAR some, and we watch old concerts like from the 80s. Like we'll watch old Ronnie Millsap concerts or Waylon Jennings concerts in the RV and kill time and throw the football. Now that the weather's getting good, we'll probably play cornhole, practice turkey calling, golf. So a little bit of everything. We try to stay busy, and sometimes just sitting around and doing nothing.
Yeah,
it's I'm bad about that every now and then too. But yeah, I don't know. We stay busy.
It's good.
What's the diet like on tour? Are you
Dude, lately, whatever I can get my hands on, man, matter of fact, I'm a chocolate milk freak. I love chocolate milk. And dude, it's, we stopped last night like 2 a.m. I like woke up from sleep and walked in a gas station, got a tube of powdered donuts and a chocolate milk, and then went back to sleep.
So if you're a chocolate milk freak, so Prairie Farms milk is like our local, very good milk.
Oh, I've had it.
You have?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I will say, though, if you're, because you guys, where are you headed to tomorrow? You're headed to
Grand Rapids.
Grand Rapids. So tonight or tomorrow, will you guys stay here tonight?
We'll probably get a big chunk of it done tonight, if not the whole way.
You'll head out tonight?
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you leave here tonight, if you stop at like a Hy-Vee or a Kroger's, or really any of the stores, I think, there's Oberweis.
Okay. I'm going to have to jot this down when we get off camera.
Oberweis is in a glass jar. milk
Come on.
container, and I will say you will be blown away
Really?
by their chocolate. You will be if it's not one of the best chocolate milks you've ever had.
Man,
it's
we've got
damn good.
this brand back home called Borden's chocolate milk, and well, you can't really find it anymore where I'm at. I don't know why. I don't know if the cow dried up or what, but it's they've got it at Buc-ee's. I know y'all don't really have Buc-ee's up here, but they've got it at these giant gas stations, Buc-ee's, and few little like hole in the wall places you can find it for some reason. But man, it is so, oh gosh, it's the best milk you'll lay lips on. And we passed a Buc-ee's on the road a few weeks ago, and I got like 8 or 9 of them and put them in the fridge in the RV. I was like, I'm stocking up on these suckers. Yeah, I love chocolate milk. That's my
Yeah.
it's I don't know.
You might
otherwise.
pass Wally's on the way.
Wally's?
Wally's.
Yeah,
It's kind of like a
Wally's.
Buc-ee's.
Okay,
It's just as big as a Buc-ee's.
I'll
Was that
get lost in
55,
it.
55 north.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll go that way. They might actually head it up to where they're headed.
Yeah.
They might go by, but yeah, Wally's. But
It's about 45 minutes away from here.
Okay.
So, yeah, but it's kind of like a Buc-ee's. Yeah,
Sweet.
they might
What-
have it there.
what would you say you would drink chocolate milk? Like, would you drink it with a meal? Because I found it weird one time.
Breakfast, like grits and eggs. Or
But you don't
bacon.
eat it for. You don't drink milk for dinner or anything.
No.
Really?
Sweet tea.
Sweet tea?
Yeah, pretty much drinking wise, it's for me it's water, chocolate milk, or sweet tea, or maybe like a root beer every now and then.
So, because I drink 2% milk in a frozen mug for dinner. 'Cause
Really?
that's my go-to. And
With
It's your
what?
family thing too, though, right?
It's a family thing.
yeah.
Like,
With
I
what? Like, would you eat that with like a fish
Anything.
sandwich? I mean, would you drink that with like a fish sandwich or something?
I don't even know if I'd eat a fish sandwich, but I would do it
you
with like a
You hadn't
steak.
eaten one of mine
I
yet,
would do it
man.
like a
Come
steak
on.
and potatoes. I do it with anything for dinner.
And a glass of milk.
And a glass of milk. I love pizza and glass of milk.
All right, you lost me that one, dude. I was thinking like Oreos.
No,
I'll try it, though.
I'm
Hey,
a glass of milk like a night kind of guy.
I'm not opposed to trying it though.
But if chocolate milk or not, get the frozen mug. Put those in your freezer and
Okay.
then bust that out with some milk, and it'll
Steak
change.
and eggs.
I don't know
change
the
you.
last time I had a glass of milk was.
Really?
Probably
He doesn't drink water.
years.
Well, I used to not,
25 years.
but I drink a lot of water now, just like liquid IV, and
He doesn't drink water.
well,
He didn't know you spit your gum out. There's so many different things that I've found out.
I knew that. I just don't.
doesn't it take like 7 years or something to digest?
I would be 500 pounds. and
He's
full
got
of
4
gum
packs of
if that
Trident
was
in his
true.
gut.
If it was true, I would probably be dead.
Trust
Dang.
me, through doing this podcast and being friends with him for so long, we have found out a lot of different stuff about each other and
Yeah.
other people where you're like, I've lived my entire life a lie.
All right. We got to ask the age-old question.
What you got?
Oh,
The
yeah.
washcloth. Do you use a washcloth when you take a shower? How do you lather up?
Maybe depends.
Hand.
If there's-
Let's say you're at home,
washcloth,
perfect case scenario.
loofah.
You're in your setting. When
Yeah,
you
washcloth.
shower, do you use a washcloth every time?
Maybe not every time. I feel like maybe I go through phases. I don't know. Yeah,
All right.
Well, it's a yes or no.
yeah,
I mean,
washcloth. Yeah.
Okay, so if you use that washcloth, is it a new washcloth every time you take a shower, or is it something that just kind of hangs out in the shower and you use for a week?
I've done both. I've washed it afterwards, or it's maybe not like a week, maybe like a couple days. But then sometimes I may not use it. If I'm in a hurry, I might just
Okay,
speed
so
shower.
we're on the same. I would say him and I are. He leans more my way.
Yeah, I think
And a lot of
there's-
times too, whenever I take a shower, there's 4 million things running through my head. I'm always like, I never slow down. I'm always thinking about something. So I'm like, I don't know. It really depends on the day.
So Austin is more of
Sadie called me back. I got to call her after we're done.
more
That's
of
why
the
I was just asking where you were.
every shower.
Well, no, I'm sitting here talking to Cole.
Hey,
Hey, when you shower, do you use a washcloth every single time? If you're in a perfect setting at home, are you a towel and then you take a washcloth in? Or are you a loofah guy? You just bare hands? A loofah guy.
I've lived with guys since I was a youngin',
How often do you replace that loofah?
until it gets like real tattered. Since I was a youngin'.
Since it gets real
When it
tattered.
gets real
Define tattered.
tattered,
Do you ever just wash the loofah?
So the basis behind this, we're at baseball, we're doing something, and I don't even know how it came up, but I made some comment or somebody said something. I was like, don't you guys use a washcloth? And they're like, no. And we went around, and the group of dads goes, yeah, I don't use a washcloth.
No.
That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. I'm like, I've always taken a towel and a washcloth to the bathroom, and I shower.
Yeah.
What do you use? And it's like bare hand, loofah, all this stuff. And I'm just like blown away that I never realized. And so then it just became this thing of like, I feel like I've lived a lie that people don't. And then what's even more fucked up is we called my mom, and my mom said that she reuses her washcloth, which I think is absolutely disgusting. But then you go the loofah route. I don't know. It's just opened up a whole can of worms.
Hey, more than one way to skin a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you eat pineapple on pizza?
No. I would grill pineapple on grilled fish every day of the week.
But not pineapple on pizza?
Never.
Ever?
No.
Okay.
Would you pick it off if it was given to you? And
Yeah,
just
I'd
not eat,
still
or
eat
just
it,
not
yeah.
eat it?
No, yeah, I mean, I'd pick it off and eat it.
I'm just not. Yeah, we talked about it before. But I'm not a fan of warm pineapple. I enjoy eating it.
Yeah,
Pineapple,
I wouldn't just eat a bunch of pineapple slices like as a snack.
Oh,
but
I love it.
I like one of my favorite things to do ever actually is like grilled fish, like snapper or mahi or whatever. Get a jar or a can of pineapple slices and pineapple juice.
Mm-hmm.
Pour the juice in a Ziploc. Put the fish fillets in there. Put it in the fridge for an hour or so. Get everything ready. Take
You
it
guys don't
out.
have to be that quiet. Yeah.
As they open up their bottle of Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take the let it soak in the fridge or marinate, whatever you want to call it. Take it out. Wrap it in tinfoil. Put 2 pineapple slices on the bottom. Your fillet of fish. 2 pineapple slices on top. Wrap the whole thing in tinfoil. Lay it on the grill.
Mm-hmm.
Take it off. Grill the actual pineapple slices, and then put that on the fish
I'm
on a
instantly
bed of
hungry,
rice.
right? I'm instantly hungry.
Yeah, I could eat that every day.
Have-
Honestly, in the summer, most of my diet is fish.
Have you ever done some offshore fishing?
Oh, that's what I grew up doing.
Okay, so a place in Florida went offshore. We did a bunch of grouper,
Yeah.
snapper, caught it all. Then there's a restaurant that we went to by Naples that we caught it all, cleaned it all, took it ourselves to the restaurant that's not connected to our fishing,
Yeah.
but essentially it's BYOF. I mean,
Yeah.
bring your own fish, and they cook it for you.
Oh yeah.
It was the best
Oh,
food.
yeah. Just about all the seafood restaurant or local seafood restaurants that aren't chains around Savannah, they all do that. Yeah, that's one of my favorite
I've never
things to
even
do.
heard that of
Yeah.
BYOF.
All right, yeah, bring a bag. Matter of fact, literally a week and a half ago, I was home for a couple of days, and a place called the Flying Fish, where I've played 100 acoustic gigs, I think, over the past few years. It's one of my favorite places just to go hang out, and everybody in that little area, Wilmington Island, everybody hangs out there. And we, one of my dad's friends had been fishing on a fishing trip that I was supposed to go on. I just couldn't get back home for it, and he brought a bag of fish, and they cooked it for us for supper. Yeah.
So good.
Sure enough.
I
Offshore fishing, that's my jam. That's what I grew up doing. I still do it. I hardly ever freshwater fish anymore. And every largemouth bass I've caught over the past 5 years has been on accident.
Yeah, see, I never ate. So I fished forever. I still do, just not as much as I did when I was younger. But like, I don't eat bass or anything. All sport fishing and stuff like that. I didn't eat fish till I was like 27,
Really?
and I went some amazing places around everywhere.
Well,
to eat,
now
but
I believe too, you have like 1 or 2 bad fish meals. Somebody that didn't know what they were doing cooking it, it can ruin it for you.
But I was also like a 90s kid that you grew up eating some bullshit, home. What do you call them? The microwave
Salmon patties.
No, yeah, those
Yeah,
types
like
of things.
a McFish from McDonald's.
But my family was plenty of places. My family was plenty of places that I had goods. I was a steak and potatoes guy.
Well,
that's how I grew up. But
I mean,
now
I like that too.
I love sushi. I love salmon.
See, I'm not a big sushi guy. I like
weird.
I like stuff cooked, but like
an
I tell you that back.
ahi tuna.
Ahi tuna bites are fire.
Oh my god!
Not like completely raw, but
no, 100% raw.
Well, now the only
Melt in
fish
your
I'll
mouth.
eat like real like raw like is a wahoo. Like we've been in the Bahamas before and caught a wahoo, gaffed him, put him in the fish box. Once he was dead, take him out, cut a chunk off of him, cut it in like really really thin strips, put it on a plate with some soy sauce, put it in the cooler, chill it, and eat it 15 minutes later.
So good.
Like the fish was swimming 30 minutes ago.
That's what I'm saying. You got to.
But other than that, like all the rolls, and I couldn't even tell you what's in it or anything about them.
I love it now. It's one of our favorite meals.
Really?
My kids love it. My daughter and I just went last weekend, and
I'm a pork chop guy. I love a pork chop and a pot roast.
we just had
There you
I just had my first at Dustin's. That thick.
Oh,
Your
big
first pork chop?
No. Thick. It was like
Yeah,
a
I mean
thick
that thing was
steak cut.
Oh,
Pork
gotcha.
chop. I've
Yeah.
never done that. I've done a pork chop.
Yeah.
I've just never done this like steak cut pork
Yeah.
chop looking thing. It was damn
massive.
good. Damn good.
Mm-hmm.
So, ask this question all the time. I asked Vincent when he was in here. You're on your Cole Goodwin private jet, and you have every album known to man. You travel everywhere with them. Plane starts going down. What 5 albums are you taking with for the rest of your life?
All right.
You can only take 5, and it's going down quick.
Let me get my thoughts together. The New South, Hank Williams Jr. Stranger Things Have Happened, Ronnie Millsap.
Mm-hmm.
Sinners Like Me, Eric Church. Oh shoot. Night Moves, Bob Seger.
Ooh,
That's the first.
that is.
And let's see the last one. Got to make this one count. Let's go. Oh, I was just thinking, what was it? Did I say Nashville Rebel, Waylon Jennings?
No.
Nope.
There you go.
Wow. Those are good ones. Probably a lot of firsts.
I could get by on those.
A lot of older country.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I like it.
It's a great 5.
I like it.
A lot of firsts. Well, you excited for tonight?
I'm pumped, man. Yeah, this is right up my alley. I love it. Really excited.
It's going to be a great show. Pumped to
Looking forward to
pumped to have you, and pumped to have you at Tailgate, man. We're going to be doing the same thing backstage.
Cool.
At Tailgate. It's probably a little bit more rowdy,
Mm.
but we're excited to have you, man, and I appreciate you even taking the time to do this.
Oh, man. Thank y'all. Really.
Looking forward to seeing you on stage tonight.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I hope I don't disappoint you.
Absolutely.
Hey, cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, cheers to Liquid IV.
Liquid
Right
IV.
on.
Is that firecracker? Is that what it's over?
I think it's strawberry lemonade.
Over rice milk tonight.
Yeah.
You got to get it.